on the run.
Midtown Manhattan at this crowd a few minutes ago. Life tunnels. We're set to go as this will be a touchback as that say. There goes Tom taking a first quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken.
Caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is Wayne Gallman, and he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground.
Play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
First down, this is Rawls. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Wilson on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. Third down here. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The play clock's running down. Wilson on the keeper. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Play clock winding down on 2nd down. Rawls. And some room to roam now. There goes Thomas Rawls. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big run that time by Rawls. 47 yards on the ground. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, it's Webb. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Fresh set of downs here. This is Gallman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, Webb. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. This time a spin, and he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A play fake, now Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either, an NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles.
Now let's go.
Now a first down throw. Webb. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First and 10, Webb. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. Webb to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. First throw now for the backup Manning. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. All right, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
They go again with Rawls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now it's the backup Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The rookie from Michigan State, Malik McDowell. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Green, 39.
Webb now from the gun. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And New York set to take the field. Throwing on first down. Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd and 10 here. To throw again. Webb. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Gallman will run it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rawls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Wilson on 3rd down. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
All right, now, look at 56. Turn up. Kill, turn up. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he'll go at the 25. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
All right, stat time. You have to go back to 1949 to find the last time a Giants team came back from 21 points down to win a football game. So history not exactly on their side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
To throw on second down, Webb. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on third down, Webb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on second down. Webb. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd and 2, Webb throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, Webb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go. 3-19.
Cross midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Rawls. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This is Rawls. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Wilson. And he's got the big tight end Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you? Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking? Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Manning. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. That's taken on the 25. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play. Now Wilson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Giant territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 48 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. To throw again is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on third down, Manning. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Manning, got to have this one. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A running play for Rolls. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Wilson wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. Muscles him off. Now he's flushed out right. Room here to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the